This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
It is homecoming at Chambersburg Area Senior High School. Something has to give tonight. 2 0-5 teams square off, the Chambersburg Trojans and the Mifflin County Huskies. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&F Trust. Play less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fftrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Clyde, along with Gary Lang, as both the Trojans and Huskies are looking for their first victory of the year. And unexpected turn of events today as Chambersburg Trojans head coach Mark Saunders announced his resignation this morning. Scott Mitchell, who was the associate head coach and who also had previously coached at Chambersburg. He served 1 year at Hershey as head coach last year, where they went 2 wins, 8 losses, and and then he resigned his position, came back to Chambersburg. Now midway through the season, he takes over as head coach of the Chambersburg Trojans. And Gary, I think it was kind of unexpected, at least with the timing of Mark Saunders' resignation today.
Yeah, well, certainly the news and the timing shook me a little bit. I said, what? Yeah. And it was just unexpected, even though the Trojans have had a tough season so far. They've played a lot of great teams. The first half of the season, the teams they faced had a .730 winning percentage. And that's tremendous. They were 19-7, the Chambersburg opponents, and the upcoming opponents are 13-7 or .650. So Chambersburg has not had an easy schedule, and they face a tough schedule for the remainder of the season.
They do, Gary, and playing in that Mid-Penn Commonwealth, and when your program is not up to par, with Central Dauphin, Cumberland Valley, a lot of good teams, but they are the two, the two big ones in the Commonwealth division. It makes it tough. And you mentioned the schedule. Yes, I mean, it's just been a really tough schedule. In fact, I had talked with Mark Saunders about that yesterday when he was still head coach, and that interview is available on our Chalk Talk show with Mark Saunders that we had. We talked about that, very thing. Starting with Greencastle, who is 4-1 now. Mark never expected the Blue Devils to be. A lot of people didn't, but every team they've played, as you said, has had an outstanding record until tonight, this Mifflin County team.
Yes, I wonder how it's going to be next year. Isn't there a PIAA realignment for school sizes?
There is. Chambersburg, however, is going to be 6A. Which is the biggest. That is the top of the conference. And if you look at that, this realignment, a lot of questions to be answered about it, and I mean a whole lot, because one, the enrollment figures are not in yet for this year. So that's going to determine a lot of things. And the other thing, one of the major questions that it's being asked about this is playoffs. How many teams go to the playoffs? That is something they don't have an answer to yet, among other things. But just as an example, this is Class 6A. There's going to be 18 teams in that class. as of right now. These figures were based on last year, so they're going to vary somewhat, but it's a pretty general idea. That first class, out of the Mid-Penn Commonwealth, you still have Chambersburg, Cumberland Valley, Harrisburg, and Central Dauphin and Central Dauphin East in that 6A. Now you drop down to 5A, you're going to find Carlisle there, and then Waynesboro out of the Colonial is a 5A, and you're going to have Shippensburg, possibly, they're I think one of the borderline ones, out of 5A, and then as you go to 4A, you're going to find the rest of the county teams. You have Greencastle and James Buchanan over in neighboring Cumberland Valley. You have Big Spring, which is 4A under this scenario. East Pennsboro out of the Colonial Division is 4A, and then it goes down to 3A, 2A, and 1A. And Gary, I think the major thing they wanted to accomplish was they wanted to make things more competitive. And I think it's geared more toward a lot of the schools that were so borderline in a class. It divides them up a little bit and makes it more equal there. As far as Chambersburg, I don't see much benefit to it unless there's something I'm missing there.
Well, they're playing at the top. Now, last year, if I recall, wasn't there like 16 or 20 teams into the playoffs?
There were 16 teams in the playoffs, and that's the way it's been. This is the first change, by the way, since 1988 in this system. But there were 16 teams out of the quad and AAA that went to the district playoffs. How that's going to happen now, I don't know, because you have an extra 2 classes of playoffs there. So,
well, we certainly don't want like hockey playoffs where everybody's in the playoffs.
Everybody's in the play, right, exactly, and they played on the 4th of July. Now, the football season, they're actually shortening by a week under this new plan. They have the option of starting when what would have been the second scrimmage game, but they want everything would be complete by the first weekend in December when the tip-off tournaments start. So they've kind of squeezed it in a little bit. So, and now the job is to figure out, okay, how are we getting these games in this time frame? And there's a whole lot more questions than answers to this right now.
Well, some of that, I guess, also depends on the weather. They try to make up the games as quickly as possible. Yeah. Now, tonight, weather-wise, we're about 66 degrees, cloudy, dark, and it should be decent football weather. I checked the turf. It was a little bit damp, but it didn't seem too wet or slippery. But we'll have to see during the game how the weather today will affect tonight's game.
Yes, and that does remains to be seen. You know, the one thing with this turf field here in Chambersburg, it soaks up a lot of that rain. I mean, last Friday night, all the games in this area were played in driving hard rain. And, Greencastle, for example, with their turf field, takes it up rather well. But I'm sure this one does too. But, it does remain to be seen, and hopefully the rain stays away. I think, according to forecast, it should.
Well, that was a strong line passing through the area. We didn't get much of the rain, but it's moving towards eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey. I saw where there was possible tornado warnings along the line. Now, as far as wind conditions, the flag is maybe moving about 1 or 2 mile an hour with the wind there. But so the wind is not going to bother us tonight. It shouldn't affect the passing or kicking games. So hopefully it'll be weather will not have any factor in tonight's game.
And the pregame show tonight is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. More of the pregame show continues after these messages on the F&M Trust and Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only. No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting the mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com. You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg as we're getting set for the start of tonight's ball game between the Chambersburg Trojans and the Mifflin County Huskies here at Trojan Stadium as the Trojans are playing their first game under their new coach, Scott Mitchell.
Interim head coach, I guess.
Interim head coach, yes, he is interim head coach in for the rest of the season. Now, tonight, the Chambersburg Trojans looking for victory number 1 on the season. And last year they defeated Mifflin County by a score of 20-0. They are 3-0 lifetime with Mifflin County, and 3-0 lifetime with Mifflin County. Never lost, but this is going to be the last game in the series because Mifflin County is moving over to the Colonial Division next year.
Yes, and you have to play the game. You can't play it on paper. It's got to be played on the field.
The one thing we know, Gary, is Mifflin County can put up a whole lot of points. They give up a lot. I think you mentioned they were allowing like 45 a game. Fewest was 41. They can also score a lot of points. They have put up some, so Chambersburg, and they rely heavily on the passing game.
Yeah, tonight, the word is they're going to use a spread offense. I guess that's what they've been using this year.
Yeah.
Their key player, obviously, the quarterback, Isaac McClay, 47 of 82 for 668 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he's thrown 6 interceptions. And the other key player, gosh, he must be all over the field, receiver Malik Sekler, He split end, 29 catches, 503 yards. That's over 100 yards a game. He has a 74-yard reception. He's also one of the kick returners, and he probably plays on defense too. So a couple players to watch. If the Trojans can contain them, could have an interesting game. But, who knows with the spread offense. Yeah. Each defender has to fulfill their role each play.
And they sure do. Chambersburg, has been a team that has been up and down this year as far as they have had their moments where they've played well, but have had a lot more where they have not played well. And, the first couple of ball games were winnable ball games, and I often think if they were able to pull them out, the season would look a whole lot different right now. You'd be going for a 500 record tonight and be talking possible playoffs.
Very doable. Last week they were leading 10-0, and they were a drop pass away from leading 17-0. The first two games of the season, they lost to Greencastle 32-29 in overtime. So, that was a very close game, tied at the end of regulation. And they also lost to Shippensburg 26-21. That was very winnable. So, they could be at 500 or so right now.
Yes, they very well could. It's two winnable games they left get away. But that's what one of could have been. In reality, they are 0-5, and both teams looking for that first victory tonight. We'll be back with more of the Antrim Insurance pregame show after these messages on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only. No regrets. If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting the mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. Your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Band is about to play the national anthem. So everybody in the stadium standing and has their hats off. So we hope that you're respecting the flag and our national anthem now.
And tonight's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Just about ready for football tonight here in Chambersburg. The Chambersburg Trojans set to go against the Mifflin County Huskies, as both teams, as we mentioned, looking for that elusive first victory of the year. Mifflin County is coming off of a 56-26 loss at the hands of the Carlisle Thundering Herd last week. And we mentioned Chambersburg, a 38-10 loser to the State College Little Lions up in Happy Valley last week. And both teams, one of them tonight is going to be assured of at least one victory in this 2015 season. Other games around the Mid-Penn Commonwealth tonight. Cumberland Valley is at Carlisle. Central Dauphin is at State College, and Harrisburg is at CD East. In the Colonial Division tonight, James Buchanan has a rough one. They travel to NOLA to take on East Pennsboro. Waynesboro is at Shippensburg, and Northern at Big Spring. And tomorrow night here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting, the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils will be traveling to Milton Hershey High School to take on Hershey High School. Tomorrow night we'll have that game for you at beginning at about 6:40 p.m. Tomorrow night from Milton Hershey High School. Captains shaking hands at midfield, and so far a pretty slim homecoming crowd over there, Gary.
Yes, when I came in about half an hour ago, the parking lot looked full, but the stands certainly are not very full tonight. I checked both rosters. Both teams have about 50 players, so the Trojans aren't manned tonight by the roster numbers. Sometimes we look across the field and see the visitors from end zone to end zone with 70, 80, or I don't think 90 players, but huge teams.
I think State College had like 93 on their roster last week.
Are there any key injuries tonight for the Trojans?
Nathan Trindle is your main one. He is injured, and Nathan is not available for the ball game tonight. So,
what's his position, Gary?
Offensive line. So
okay,
they're missing, and the offensive and defensive lines have been an Achilles heel of the Trojans this year.
Okay, looks like kicking off for Mifflin County. Davis Wagner is their place kicker. The ball's placed on the 40-yard line. 12 minutes to go in first quarter, and here's our kickoff.
And here it comes, Darius Johnson, the deep man for the Chambersburg Trojans. And the kickoff is an end-over-end kick, and it's taken back near the 10, to the 15, 20, to the 30, and up to the 31-yard line. That looks like Johnson on the return, and it is for the Trojans.
Good field position for the Trojans, 31-yard line. And let's see if they can put a drive together instead of the 3 and outs that have happened frequently this year.
And it is a good place to start for the Trojans. First and 10, around 31-yard line, 69 yards away from pay dirt for Chambersburg, as they do break it out. Motion from Johnson, and that's a handoff to Johnson. It is accompanied by a flag in the Trojans' backfield.
Chambersburg were operating shotgun formation with Caden Hoover as quarterback tonight. He'll be starting the game.
And it's going to be an offsides call against the Mifflin County Huskies, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 5.
Okay.
So the Huskies jumped, and the Trojans now 1st and short, as they are up 2 on their own 36-yard line for their first offensive play of the day. One back behind, and there is the pitch back running around the left side and getting up over the 40 to the 41, very close to first down territory. That was Warren Lee.
Okay, now Lee is one of the leading ball carriers for the Trojans, 116 yards so far this year. They've got 3 of that are in that vicinity, about 120 yards. 2nd and short for the Trojans.
So it is just shy of the first down, 2nd down and 1. Trojans in a run situation. There's the handoff, and there comes the first down as the ball is taken up to the 44-yard line of the Chambersburg or of the Mifflin County Huskies.
Well, according to stats, the leading tacklers for the Huskies are the linebackers and the defensive backs. So maybe they do have a porous line. Hopefully Chambersburg can open some holes here. Empty backfield for Chambersburg.
So here come the Trojans, and getting some room up to midfield. That is Darius Johnson, where he is brought down. Brought down.
Several of the Huskies tried to strip the ball away, but so far it's Chambersburg 5 yards and a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Let's pronounce that right. The Ohio State offense.
They're right at midfield on the 50-yard line, so that's where the spot of the football will come. 50-yard line.
Trips left.
And here is quarterback back. Hoover throws. He's going deep. He's got a man. It's complete to the 20, to the 15, and out of bounds at the 10-yard line on the long pass.
Now, about a 40-yard pass play. Hoover, the southpaw quarterback, nice floating pass, easy for the receiver to catch. He had broken behind the secondary, and the Trojans are in the red zone here. 1st and 10. Ball on the 10-yard line.
So that's where the Trojans will go to work, at the 10-yard line.
Empty backfield again.
And this will be Hoover, the quarterback. And there comes the pitch back, breaking it around the right side. That's Darius Johnson. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chambersburg. First possession, Trojans march down the field, and they take a 6-0 lead over the Mifflin County Huskies at the 10:06 mark of quarter number 1, set up on the long pass by Caden Hoover.
That's a 69-yard drive for Chambersburg, and done very efficiently, very quickly. And here's the extra point attempt.
And Taylor's kick is going to be no good. Looked like it got blocked, so there's a break in the action, and the score, Chambersburg 6, Mifflin County nothing, on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Now, who had the score, Gary?
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big dick.
Nazir Taylor to kick it off for the Chambersburg Trojans. And it's going to be Malik Seckler and Devin Lauman deep for the Mifflin County Huskies. Ball taken at the 20 and bouncing up to the 24-yard line on that play.
Looked like Warren Lee, great open field tackles as they're made to be. So the Huskies start out on their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10 with exactly 10 minutes left in the first quarter.
So here come the Mifflin County Huskies. It'll be Huskies football. And there is the handoff and getting knocked down at the 20-yard line. No gain on the play.
Nice stand by the Trojan line there.
So to bring up a 2nd down and 7 yards to go for the Mifflin County Huskies.
That tackle credited to number 52, Miles Braxton. Lone setback for the Huskies.
And here is the pitch back going to the air, going deep, and the pass is going to be batted down by the Trojans at their 45-yard line.
That was a attempted trick play on Chambersburg, but the ball was up in the air for a long time, and the Chambersburg defender did what he's supposed to do, knock it down. You don't have to intercept every pass. It's a good play to knock it down, which brings up 3rd and 11 for the Huskies.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 11 yards to go for Mifflin County, 3rd and 11. And here is the kick, and it's back, and that's Seckler again as he is tackled.
It looks like he was going in the wrong direction there. A loss of 5 on the play, 4th and 16.
So it's going to be Isaiah Reed, the punter. So it's Reed to punt the ball away.
He's been averaging about 30 yards a kick.
And that kick is straight up, fair catch called for Darius Johnson at the 44-yard line.
28-yard punt by Reed. That's around his average. But Chambersburg starts on the correct side of the field in Mifflin County territory. 1st and 10, 8:40 to go with the ball on Mifflin County 47-yard line.
Okay, so here come the Chambers Trojans. Motion left. That is Darius Johnson. And there is the pitch back into the backfield. And getting it up to the 45 to about the 44-yard line. That is Warren Lee of the Trojans. So it's Lee.
Pick up a 3 on the play, 2nd and 7. Chambersburg seems to be running at will tonight.
So far, they have been able to do just about whatever they wanted to. And here is the Trojans, Darius Johnson in motion, handoff, Warren Lee, and Lee is going to get knocked down just shy of the 40-yard line.
Counter play brings up a 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 or 3. Good play calling there. Let's see if Chambersburg can pick up the 1st down instead of a 3 and out.
And there's a whistle, and I believe we have a timeout called, or wait a minute, not a timeout.
Could be equipment failure on Mifflin County. So 7:37 to go in the first quarter. Chambersburg has been performing well, both offensively and defensively. And here's the snap. Hoover under center.
And Hoover will hand the football off, and going to get knocked down at the 40-yard line.
One of the Mifflin County defenders had a nice wrap around the waist of the Trojan ball carrier. It'll bring up 4th and 2, so no gain on the play. It appears Chambersburg is going for the 1st down here.
So here are the Trojans on a 4th down and 2 yards to go, 4th and 2. And the handoff once again, and it's not going to be enough, I believe, for the 1st down. It looks like they're going to get stopped up at about the 36-yard line. Warren Lee on the carry for Chambersburg. Or it is a 1st down. It is enough for a 1st down for Chambersburg.
Well, apparently those changed. They had me confused. I had it 4th and 2, and it looked like he did pick up maybe a yard or 2 over left side, but it was enough. Chambersburg 1st and 10.
So here come the Trojans. And there is the pitch back and breaking around the right side up to about the 28-yard line.
It could have been a block in the back or a clip by one of the Chambersburg wideouts, so this may cost Chambersburg valuable yards. Flags was thrown about the 35-yard line.
So it's going to be holding, and that is going to push it back all the way to the 45-yard line.
First and 18 for Chambersburg. Let's see if they can pick up the first down in manageable sequences here.
So we have
the Chambersburg players scrambling all over the field. They call a timeout to avoid the too many players on the field penalty.
And we'll take time with 7:11 to go here in the first, or 5:50 to go. It is Chambersburg 6, Mifflin County nothing on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com, GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night.
So here come the Chambersburg Trojans with 5:50 to go here in the first quarter. And they face a first down, 18 yards to go. Motion coming from Warren Lee, and there goes the pitch back to Lee. Lee is going to try to get room, but going to be knocked down at the 45-yard line.
No gain on the play, so it brings a second and 18 for Chambersburg.
So here we go with a second down. And 18 yards to go, second and 18. And this is Hoover back, scrambles in trouble, throws it up for grabs. It's completed, and it's going to be up to the 34-yard line, but a fumble on the ball. Griffin leading on the reception. It was fumbled, and the Huskies have recovered the football.
It was a floater. Leedy made the catch, but the tackling stripped the ball from him. So the Huskies will take over. First and 10 on is about 26-yard line.
So there it is, first and 10 on the 26.
Okay, Mifflin County comes to the line. Wide left, wide right.
And here's the Huskies operating offensively for the second time tonight at the 5:07 mark. And there is the pass off, and it's going to be incomplete.
They were trying a quick screen to Nicholas Push, P-O-C-H-E, one of the wideouts, but pass fell incomplete.
So here will come the Huskies again.
Spread offense puts a lot of responsibility on the defense here, a lot of one-on-one coverage.
And there is a pass off, and it's going to get up to the 35-yard line. That's Malik Seckler. Malik Seckler on the receiving end.
About 6 yards on the play there. Pitch wide right, and he shows speed. Galbraith in, Drew Williams out for the Huskies. Another third down for Mifflin County. Mifflin County of Lewistown, Pennsylvania. 4:58 left in the first quarter. 3rd and 4.
So here come the Mifflin County Huskies. And there is off, and it's up to about the 36-yard line.
That's about what they needed for the first down. The officials are moving the chains. 1st and 10 for Mifflin County. It looked as if there was a lot of running room on that right side, but Chambersburg defenders came up and stopped the play, although it resulted in a Mifflin County first down. First and 10, ball on the Mifflin County 38-yard line.
And there is the handoff, and it's going to get maybe a yard on the play. That's Cole Baker on the carry. Cole Baker.
Chambersburg defense had that stopped right up the middle there. The Mifflin County offensive line does not seem to be punishing or holding the Chambersburg Trojan defensive line. So Chambersburg Trojan defensive line, hats off tonight. Trojan defender may have jumped offside there on the left side of the Husky line, right side of the Trojan line there.
It'll bring up a second down and 5 yards to go. 2nd and 5. For the Mifflin County Huskies, Trojans lead at 6-0, 3:42 to play here in the first quarter. And ball carrier getting up over the 45, 48-yard line. That was Isaac McClay, the quarterback keeper.
Now McClay this year, he has had, 43 carries so far for a net of -6. So, but he has 2 touchdowns. So on the keepers, and not picking up much yards, but I guess he has to do that from time to time if his number's called or if they miss a handoff. 1st and 10 Huskies.
And there again goes the handoff, and getting very little yardage on the play is Malik Seckler again. So Seckler on the carry.
He is the speed man on the team, but Trojans are not letting him get up to 3rd or 4th gear so far. Move 2nd and 10, ball on the Mifflin County 49.
Down to 2:36 in the first quarter. 6-0 is the Chambersburg Trojans lead. And quarterback McClay back. He has it off, and the pass is going to be incomplete at the 45-yard line, intended again for Seckler. And Seckler, the leading receiver.
He's been averaging over 100 yards a game, and Trojans are, they may have found his number. 3rd and 10, 2:28 to go in the first quarter. Chambersburg Trojans leading 6-0.
And this is McClay, the quarterback, barking them out on 3rd and 10. He hands the football off, but going to get some yardage, 5 yards, but still 5 shy of the first down.
And let's see what the Huskies are going to do. Are they going to attempt a 4th and 5, or are they going to bring that punter into the game?
So we'll see on a 4th and 5.
Coming into the game, David Galbraith.
So Galbraith is going to come in. It looks like they're at least going to
try a play, or maybe try to draw the Trojans offside.
Yeah, that's highly possible. But they're going to do a play, and there they throw it, and nothing doing. The Trojans read it as number 5, it was Copenhagen,
and tackled by
Carter Edmondson. So the Trojans take over on downs with 1:43 to go in the first quarter. And they hold the slimmest of leads, 6-0 over the Mifflin County Huskies, but a big defensive stop there for the Trojans at the 1:43 mark.
Caden Hoover comes out back in under center for Chambersburg. They've got a short field again, the ball on their own 48, so maybe they can make some yardage here and put some more points on the board.
And that's Johnson to the left. And the quarterback will hand the football off, and that's Edmondson. Edmondson carrying, tacklers with him. First down. He'll get up to the 37-yard line for the Trojans. Carter Edmondson on the carry for Chambersburg.
Gain of about 16 yards, and he was running over Huskies that time. Inside handoff. Nice hole in the line, and he did the rest. Wing formation, Chambersburg.
And there's the pitch back, Warren Lee, and he tries to get it to the left, and he's going to be up to the 30-yard line. Gain of a couple of yards on the play.
He has been getting up to full speed in a hurry there. Short yardage here to go for the first down. Minute 8 left in the quarter. Oh, there was a fumble on the play.
Okay, and it looks like Mifflin. It'll be first down, Mifflin County. Second time tonight the Trojans have given it away. Recovered by Isaac Mackley.
Second turnover for Chambersburg. That can't happen if the Trojans want to get that 0 off the W side of their record.
And there is the pass that's going to fall incomplete. After the fake handoff, they tried to get it out again to their big guy, Malik Seckler.
Swing pass there, but the pass was into the ground. Drew Williams, number 2 in the game for Mifflin County. We are at homecoming tonight here at Trojan Stadium.
And quarterback goes to the air and throws it over the head. And again, that is going to be this time number 5, Nick Copenhafer.
Yeah, the receiver broke into the open, but the pass was overthrown by about 5 yards. So that spread offense can create headaches. And that time the receiver had broken into the clear, but the pass was not on target.
And under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
3rd and 10 for the Huskies.
And there is the pitchback runner looking for room along the sideline, but he's going to be knocked down short of first down yardage. And it's Seckler carrying the football. And it's 4th down, about 4th and 3. They're going to call it a 4th and 2 for the Huskies. Fourth down and 2 yards to go.
Play clock down to about 12 seconds right now. Twins right, single on the left.
And quarterback, he's going to keep it. He's going for the first down. I think he's got it. Very close. On the bootleg to the 40-yard line, it is a first down.
Well, good play calling on the part of the Huskies.
So the ball at the 41-yard line and a Huskies first down as we're running down the final 33 seconds. We'll have one more play, unless it's a pass play here in the first quarter. Trojans lead it by a score of 6-0 if you're just joining us. And quarterback McClay will put it to the air and have it complete first down yardage. And it's Seckler on the receiving end again. That's Malik Seckler, who is a 5'11", 160-pound junior. And Austin Kapp on the stop for Chambersburg, or excuse me, Austin Kopp. That'll work it down to 16 seconds. As the Huskies break out of the huddle.
The clock had stopped on the out-of-bounds play.
Handoff once again. And he'll get it to the 39-yard line.
That play did not fool anyone on Chambersburg.
Actually, it's back to the line of scrimmage is where the spot comes at the 40. Final play, first quarter. With the score, Chambersburg 6, Mifflin County nothing on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here, and Klein Tours has your ticket and bus transportation to NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
Gary Klein along with Gary Lang back here in Chambersburg as we start the second quarter with Huskies football. As the quarterback is going to be sacked in the backfield back at the 49-yard line. And the charge led by tackle made by Kelton Chastelic.
The quarterback was greeted by Chastelic in the backfield there. And a loss about 7 on the play, 3rd and 17.
So the Trojans trying to come up with a big defensive stand. 3rd and 17. They committed the turnover. So far, the Huskies have not been able to capitalize on that turnover by the Trojans.
Shutout so far for Chambersburg.
And the quarterback McClay goes to the air and overthrows the pass. And again, it's intended for Malik Seckler. He's been targeted the majority of the time tonight, Gary.
He's playing both sides of the line here, both sides of the offense and defense, and they've been trying to get him involved, but Chambersburg has been denying. That was overthrown by about 10 yards also.
And back in punt formation is Isaiah Reed for the Huskies, and Reed will get it off. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to take a Trojan bounce, and it's only going to get to the 26-yard line.
21 yards on the play there, and Chambersburg has reasonable field position there. Yeah, they're outside the 20. They're on the 26, so let's go Chambersburg.
Not the kind of punch you were looking for in that situation.
And it did not have any roll on it, just had the side bounce to it. So it was not advantageous for Mifflin County.
So the Trojans go to work. And with the football and, trying to get around is Johnson, but he is going sideways.
He did manage to pick up, maybe about 5 yards on the play, though. He was juking there in the backfield, but could not break entirely free. But a nice pickup of 5. Chambersburg will take that. 2nd and 5 for Chambersburg. 10:35 left in the first half. Trojans leading 6-0.
Okay, so the Trojans back to work here on this 2nd down and 5 yards to go. 2nd and 5, and they hand the football off to the 45-yard line. Darius Johnson on the carry for Chambersburg.
Pick up 13 yards on the play. Chambersburg depending heavily on their run game tonight. They did have a long pass for a first down, setting up their own touchdown, but they seem to be concentrating on the ground game tonight. 1st and 10, ball on the Chambersburg 45-yard line.
And that's where the Trojans will go to work. And there is the quick handoff and the big hole up into Husky territory to the 49-yard line. I believe that was Lee on the carry for Chambersburg.
2nd and 4. I checked the field before the game. The artificial turf was a little wet, but not slippery. So nobody's been falling down on their cuts tonight.
And this is Hoover to the air, and it's intercepted by the Huskies, getting it up to about the 43-yard line. On the interception is Drew Williams. And 3rd turnover of the night for the Trojans, Gary. And the Huskies have just not been able to capitalize.
They have had very little offense, and Gusher defense has kept them in the game here. Their 3rd turnover, 2 fumble recoveries, and an intercepted pass. So Mifflin County starts off on their own 44-yard line with 9:08 left in the first half. 1st and 10 Huskies.
And a 6-0 Trojan lead here on homecoming at Trojan Stadium. And McClay, the quarterback, right away hands the football off.
Maybe a gain of 1.
Yes, depending on the spot. So they're going to give him a yard, 2nd down and 9 yards to go.
Tackled by number 50, Mason Deschamps. Beautiful night, about 65 degrees, slight wind.
It is, once the rain had stopped, and there is the ball carrier, and up just shy of the 50-yard line at the 49 on the end around is Seckler. Sam Blevins on the stop for Chambersburg.
Yeah, Blevins was not going to let the ball carrier make the corner there. He was standing, waiting, and knocked him out of bounds.
So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Huskies.
Number 22, Nathan Ernest, comes into the ball game.
McClay quarterback under center on the 3rd and 7. Motion to the left. There is McClay. He's going to now hand the football off down the sideline, 50-40. Out of bounds. 1st down yardage, 45-yard line. That is Drew Williams.
He was able to make the corner. Good block, or let's say a questionable block there on the corner by the Huskies, but it broke the quarterback free down to 36-yard line of Chambersburg. 1st and 10, Huskies. A fairly quiet crowd tonight, Gary.
It is. I would say, Gary, absolutely. It is, and surprisingly on the small side. And there is the handoff, and boy, getting knocked down is by Kelton Chastelik. And we'll see where they spot the forward progress. That's going to be spotted on up at the 39-yard line of the Trojans.
Chastelik was in the Mifflin County backfield, just waiting for the play to happen to him.
Reminder, tomorrow night we will have the Greencastle Hershey game here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting. 7 o'clock kickoff at Milton Hershey High School. Hope you can join us for all the play-by-play in that one. There comes a handoff and knocked down again. Line of scrimmage by Miles Braxton this time. And it'll be a 3rd and 13. 3rd down, 13 yards to go.
Chambersburg defensive linemen are breaking through that Husky offensive line.
So here come the Huskies. Big 3rd down play. 3rd and long for Mifflin County. And the ball is going to be passed, and it is intercepted by the Trojans, Sean Visaya. Visaya, a transfer from Mercersburg Academy last year, comes up with the interception, and he has 29 and a half tackles, also his 3rd interception of the year. So the teams trade interceptions.
And Chambersburg takes over with 6:48 remaining in the first half. They have the ball on their own 37-yard line. Nice interception.
And they lead this one by a score of 6-0. And here again is the handoff, and a lot of running room out into the open field into Husky territory as Warren Lee.
Pick up 15 yards on the play, up the middle.
Nice run from Lee.
Now, he had missed a game or two earlier in the season, hadn't he, Gary?
Yes, he had. He was out, for a game. And here's the Trojans on the march. 1st down into Husky territory at the 48-yard line. Handoff, Darius Johnson. And he is going to break through for a couple of yards to the 44.
Let's see if Trojans can put this drive together, get some more points on the board before the first half ends.
6 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Trojan Stadium, Chambersburg. Chambersburg with that 6-0 lead. And motion does come to the left. And there is the handoff of the football, and getting out in the open and still on his feet down to the 20 to the 18.
There's a pickup of 17 yards on the play.
And was that Edmondson on the carry? And 1st down, Chambersburg. I believe it was Johnson, Darius Johnson, the ball carrier.
Chambersburg ground game must have over 100 yards this first half, Gary.
They have moved the ball extremely well. Been thwarted by 3 turnovers, however. May have a few more points on the board than they do right now. And there's the handoff again. And around the right side and moving forward all the way to the 16-yard line. That's Warren Lee.
Another pickup, another 1st down. Is that a pickup about 13 yards on the play?
Yeah, big pickup for the Trojans.
However, was there a flag?
Let's see if it's coming back. I did not see the flag originally, but apparently there is a penalty marker. So it is against the Trojans, and a timeout called by Mifflin County, and we'll take time. 5:42 to play. First half with the score, Chambersburg 6, Mifflin County nothing. On the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And the handoff again. This is Lee. He's got some running room, and he is going to be knocked down at the 16-yard line. And it's going to be another first down for the Chambersburg Trojans. Another big run from Warren Lee.
Chambersburg seems to be running at will, breaking through that defensive line. Yep. And most of the tackles are being made by the defensive secondary of the Huskies.
Yeah, the Trojans' defensive line, creating, or the offensive line creating big holes in Mifflin County, can do little about it. Again, this is Lee, and just as I say that, they're going to stop him just over the line of scrimmage. So Warren Lee again, it's been a steady diet of Lee. And Mifflin County has not proved that they are able to stop him.
They have given up a lot of yards, a lot of points this year. However, Chambersburg has only scored 6 so far in the game.
Yes, it seems like it should be more, but the Trojans have coughed the ball up 3 times. And there is the pitch back, and this is Lee again, and Lee is inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So it's Warren Lee carrying the football. Third and 4, third down and 4 yards to go.
Taylor, the talented Chambersburg kicker, has not had much opportunity this year.
He has not. Only maybe 1 field goal. This is Edmondson. Edmondson is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chambersburg Trojans. Carter Edmondson on the run from 10 yards out, and the Trojans take a 12-0 lead.
They like that 10-yard run.
So to be Nazir Taylor, he had his first extra point of the night blocked. And on his second one, that one looks good. It is. And the Trojans jump out to a 13-0 lead with 3:56 to play in the first half. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Gary Klein with Gary Lang. Thanks for joining us today. From Chambersburg homecoming, Trojans lead it by a score of 13-0 as we're inside of 4 minutes to play in the first half of the ball game.
Well, that drive was set up by an interception by Sean Vessa, and Chambersburg drove the field, and they come away with a 13-0 lead, 3:56 left in the first half. Taylor to kick off.
And the Trojans last week had a 10-0 lead at State College before falling 38-10. There is the pickup at the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, 35, and up to about the 38-yard line. Wildman on the return for Mifflin County.
Short kickoff, but a nice return.
And Mifflin County in great field position to start this drive. Trojans so far have kept a team that has a high-powered offense out of the end zone tonight. And it's the 38-yard line. And that's where the Huskies will go to work. Isaac McClay, the quarterback, and he is going to be knocked down.
Fumble on the play.
And it is a fumble, but I think the Huskies jumped on it. Yeah, the Huskies do retain possession.
Sounds like Sequin made the fumble recovery. That man is all over the field tonight. Drew Williams, number 2, into the game for the Huskies. 2nd and 13.
3 minutes and 10 seconds to go, first half. Trojans would like to take this lead and actually add to it, but keep the Huskies off the board here in the first half. And up to the 35, 36, maybe 37-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 10 yards to go for the Huskies.
Their spread offense, high-powered passing game has not shown up tonight.
No, we have not seen that at all, Gary. The Trojans have played well defensively tonight.
And the passes by the Huskies, some have been underthrown, some have been far overthrown. We got twins to the right here for the Huskies.
And this is McClay, the quarterback, and he is in some serious trouble and is going to be knocked down at the 26-yard line as Miles Braxton got to the quarterback on the keeper, and that's going to bring up a 4th down and 17 and a punting situation for the Mifflin County Huskies.
Chambersburg defensive linemen, they have been breaking through the line constantly tonight. The 2 kick returners, punt returners are on about their only 45-yard line.
And here comes the kick, and it is going to be a short one, and picked up and bobbled by the Trojans. Kind of a dangerous play there by Warren Lee.
It was a knuckleball, and he bobbled it a little, but it did advance it back about the 44, 45-yard line where the Trojans have 1:30 to go.
So the Trojans will start from their own 44-yard line, leading by a score of 13-0. In what is a pretty rapidly played first quarter tonight here at Cassius.
I guess the turnovers, they've been the sore point in the game for both teams.
And that's Darius Johnson on your screen around the left side, down the sideline, and he's going to get down to the 35-yard line. Big gainer.
Another 20 yards on the ground for Chambersburg.
And the Trojans already into Huskies territory. Chambersburg leads it 13-0 for new head coach Scott Mitchell.
The ball carrier following his blocks very carefully, and a big gainer, 20 yards for Chambersburg.
Or interim head coach Scott Mitchell, who took over for Mark Saunders, who resigned today. And there is the run, and into 25, down to the 24-yard line is Warren Lee again. He's been a workhorse tonight for Chambersburg.
Minute 12 left in the first half. And we have a timeout called by Chambersburg.
So the Trojans call time with 1:12 to go. They'd like to get on the board again. They marched all the way to the 24-yard line of the Huskies. Waste Management is committed to sustainability. When we use less, reuse more, and convert the materials we recover into new resources or energy, we improve business performance and reduce environmental impact. We believe that a successful business depends on prosperous people and a thriving planet. To learn more about Waste Management's environmentally friendly technologies and innovations, visit www.wm.com.
It's homecoming tonight at Chambersburg, and it could be a long halftime. We don't have any word yet as to who the homecoming queen is this year. But it's always exciting, always a great honor for one of the students of the Chambersburg student body to receive. Chambersburg, minute 12, ball in 24, 1st and 10. They got 2 or 3 receivers spread to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield.
And this is Hoover. He throws it, it's tapped, and it's going to go incomplete. It was Sean Vessa getting a hand on it.
I think it was just thrown a little bit too hard that time. He had an open spot, soft spot in the secondary there, but just thrown a little bit too hard.
So it'll be a second down and 10 yards to go.
I don't know if we're within Taylor's field goal range here. That would be about 40-yarder.
Yes, it would be a long one. And second down, 10 yards to go. And this is running Darius Johnson. He's down the sideline, and he is going to get down, it looks like, inside the 5-yard line.
Pick up another 20 yards on the play.
So the Trojans are knocking on the door again. They've got a first and goal from the 3 with 59 seconds remaining to be played here in the first half at Cassius. As a flag goes down, the handoff goes, and fighting for the end zone, but being knocked down short. At about the 2-yard line is Darius Johnson, but we did have a flag on the play.
Apparently, let's see.
But
no, they changed their timeout. I think there was somebody tossing a football on the far side of the field.
Okay, yeah. I saw something fly there, but there's no yellow on the field, Gary. So 35 seconds to go.
It looks like they're 3 yards from pay dirt. So they're certainly in field goal range. They've taken their second timeout. 35 seconds left. Go ahead, Gary.
This broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with the F&M Trust Home Equity Line of Credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on FM Trust's special introductory offer, visit a community office or fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. With 35 seconds to go, a 13-0 lead for the Chambersburg Trojans, and they've got a shot to add to it. Their second and goal from the Huskies' 2-yard line. As Hoover, the quarterback, is under center, and he'll hand the football off up the middle, and we're still waiting. I don't believe he got it.
Clock running with about 25 seconds left to go.
Warren Lee on the carry. No gain, 3rd and 2. Handoff again and being stopped short. That time it was Darius Johnson. It's going to bring up a 4th and 2 for the Trojans.
10 seconds left. Let's see if they can get this.
Apparently no timeouts left for the Trojans. They're going to try to get the field goal off, and it is a block and dropped onto the field. And that's the way the first half is going to come to an end as the Trojans.
Was there a flag on the play, though, Gary?
I don't see a flag. I'm not sure. The Trojans had no timeouts. They could not stop the clock.
Let's see what the officials are signaling. The penalty was on Chambersburg, illegal substitution. However, the Huskies blocked the field goal attempt. So we are at the end of the first half. Chambersburg leading by a 13-0 score.
And we'll be back with our halftime show after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Gary Klein with Gary Lang at halftime, and the Trojans with a touchdown in each quarter. Extra point good the second time around. They lead the Huskies by a score of 13-0 as it ended with a blocked field goal at the end of the first half. Chambersburg had a blocked field goal. They've also turned the ball over 3 times tonight. So when you turn it over 3 times and keep the opposition off the scoreboard, you're doing your defense is doing something good for you.
Yeah, Chambersburg did pick up an interception by Vessel, and that led to a long scoring drive, their second scoring drive of the night. And both Chambersburg touchdowns came on 10-yard runs. First by Johnson, second by Edmondson. So Chambersburg, 13 points on the board, held Mifflin County scoreless. Mifflin County's been averaging over 20 points a game, so they've been doing very good on their defensive end, but Chambersburg. Chambersburg is 13 positive points. Mifflin County has given up over 40 points per game, so Chambersburg, if they want to get into that average, they're going to have to put more points on the board. But if they hold the Huskies scoreless, we're going to put up a big W on the record book for Chambersburg tonight.
And Chambersburg, both teams looking there for their first victory of the season. And we do have a few scores in here tonight at the moment from other games around the area. As we just had them up here a moment ago. Chambersburg, as you know, leading here by a score of 13-0. Waynesboro leads Shippensburg 13-3, and that ball game is in the second quarter, with Waynesboro ahead by a score of 13-3. East Pennsboro leading the James Buchanan Rockets by a score of 48-0, still in the second quarter. So East Pennsboro having their way with James Buchanan tonight. That's what we have to the moment as far as scores go from around Franklin County.
Now Greencastle plays tomorrow night.
Greencastle does play tomorrow night. They are at Hershey. to take on the Hershey Trojans, a game that will be played at Milton Hershey High School. Normally, Hershey would play their home games, at Hershey Stadium. However, there was a conflict, so they had to move it, and Lower Dauphin also shares that field with Hershey. A conflict, they had to move it to Saturday night, much like when the Trojans played earlier this year against Lower Dauphin. They had to move that game to a Thursday night.
Now, is this going to be on MidPennBroadcasting.com?
It will be on MidPennBroadcasting.com tomorrow night. 7 p.m. is kickoff, and we'll be on the air at 6:40 p.m. Rick Lewis and I will be there to bring you all the play-by-play action tomorrow night. So a rare Saturday night game.
Now, who does Chambersburg have upcoming in their schedule?
And Chambersburg does have Central Dauphin East next week here at home. In fact, this is the first of 3 consecutive home games for Chambersburg. Play CD East, who came in at 3-2 tonight. Carlisle at 3-2 is at home, and then they close out the season with back-to-back road games against the 3-2 Harrisburg Cougars and the Cumberland Valley Eagles, who came in tonight at 4-1.
So it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, Gary. Tonight was Mifflin County. But the 4 before this one and the 4 before it, the 5 after this one are going to be, teams with winning records.
Oh, it's a tough season, but if you're going to be among the best, you got to play the best and you got to beat the best. Now, Chambersburg's a little bit of a down cycle in recent years, but who knows when they're going to break back and show their athleticism on the field.
We hope that comes soon. With Chambersburg tonight. We mentioned Mifflin County. This is the 4th year that Mifflin County has joined the Mid-Penn, and Mifflin County was actually created after the 2011 season as a result of a merger between 2 schools in the Lewistown area, and Lewistown was one of them. It may have been Tri-Valley for the other, but anyway, they combined it into one big school, and Mifflin County, and they've been playing as the Mifflin County Huskies ever since that merger took place about 4 years ago. But they saw they had an opportunity and have been able to move down now into the Mid-Penn Colonial Division, where they should be a whole lot more competitive. They have not fared well in this Commonwealth Division.
Now, that does make it a long road trip for Chambersburg when they go up to Mifflin County, when they get to State College.
Yeah, those are the 2 long ones, yes.
But years ago, we used to go to Altoona. We used to go to Severna Park, Maryland. So traveling is nothing for Trojans.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do that in football, for the most part, unless you happen to be playing in the Harrisburg area, the Keystone Division, where all the schools are close by. I remember looking at Lower Dauphin's schedule. They actually had 7 games at Hershey Park Stadium. They share the field with, and they had an extra home game on there, and I think their furthest trip was Mechanicsburg. So, but we don't have that luxury being down here to the south and near the Maryland border. So, but it is, a couple of long trips, and the Colonial Division schools will be having to make that to Lewisburg next year once Mifflin County does move over to that Colonial Division. Of course, the big news around today was that Chambersburg Trojans head coach Mark Saunders resigned this morning after 5.5 years at the helm of the Chambersburg Trojans. Scott Mitchell was named interim coach, and he takes over for the rest of the season. Certainly want to wish Mark the best. And, it's been a pleasure working with Mark for the past 5.5 years. We've enjoyed it.
He's always been a good interview for you, hasn't
he has, absolutely.
He doesn't back away from it. Even though the Trojans have had some down years, he has been very receptive to interviews and voicing his opinion, which is appreciated.
Yes, it is much appreciated, and it is. You know, a lot of coaches would try to run and hide when they were, you know, a 1-9 team, but you know, Mark Saunders was there every week to answer the questions very honestly, and we have enjoyed working with him. I thought he was an outstanding football coach, and a little surprised. I'm not surprised that with the way things have gone here in Chambersburg on and off the field, that Mark Saunders surprised about his resignation. I am surprised about the timing of that resignation, you know, coming on a day a football game was played, a homecoming game, and resigned.
Maybe Ed Gottwalls will be able to share some insight on that tomorrow, the next day, in the public opinion.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be more coming on that, but you know, Mark is no longer the coach. He's been a football coach for 28 years, so he is going to land somewhere on the sidelines before long, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're still at halftime at Trojan Stadium. The Queen in the court, they're about to walk across the field there at the 50-yard line. I can remember many years ago we used to drive the homecoming candidates around the field in our cars.
That's something they don't do anymore? You know?
I guess not, but...
that probably wasn't at this new stadium on the track, though, was it?
No, I can't remember. I think it was on the old grass field. I did that about 20 years ago. I still got my 1990 Ford Mustang, but it's not moving as quickly as it did in those days.
Yeah, moving a little slower, Gary?
Yes, it's in need of some repair, but we did drive the Queen and her court around the field at halftime for homecoming. But I guess that's done with because we want to keep a good field and good track here at Chambersburg.
And we will be coming back here to Chambersburg with more of the halftime activities as you get a look at the homecoming court. We'll come back with more halftime activities after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting the mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk, the only program dedicated exclusively to Franklin County High School football, is on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Join Gary Klein and Mike Montadoro every Thursday night at 7:30, streaming live from John Ellison Public House, 401 East Baltimore Street in Greencastle. We preview each week's upcoming games and talk with the players, coaches, and reporters. You're invited to join the conversation. Email us your questions and comments during the show. Chalk Talk on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein, Gary Lang back here in Chambersburg. Shippensburg just scored on a Wade Mills interception, and it is now 13-10, the Wadesboro lead at Shippensburg. They also are having homecoming tonight. And other scores at the end of the half, Big Spring leads Northern by a score of 10-7. And do not have any further updates here that I could see from around the area in high school football. And let's see if we have any further updates to report. And, you know, and that's what we have. Chambersburg here is that we do have a few stats here. Warren Lee has carried the ball 13 times for 73 yards. Darius Johnson 8 times for 75 yards. And Carter Edmondson 5 times for 48 yards. All told on the night, Chambersburg has 26 rushes for 196 yards.
Well, that's a good running game tonight for Chambersburg.
And that's where the Trojans stand in the ground game here at the half. And Caden Hoover is 2 for 4 for 59 yards and 1 interception. Mifflin County with just a total of 47 yards through the air tonight, as it's been a pretty dominating performance by the Trojan defense.
High-powered offense has been stopped by Chambersburg. Now, the only thing that's a thorn for Chambersburg, they've given up the ball 3 times on turnovers. But the score could be much larger than the 13-0 halftime result.
It is, and I think we have the homecoming king and queen crowned there, Gary. Kayla Lopez, and trying to read it off the scoreboard there. And
Kyra Lopez and Cedric Adams.
Cedric Adams, yes. Congratulations. Homecoming king and queen for 2015 here at homecoming in Chambersburg. Almost ready for the second half kickoff. And we'll be back with more after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
When you're ready to break away from the routine and step into a hassle-free world of fun and adventure, Klein Tours is the partner you need to make fantasy a reality. For more than 20 years, Klein Tours Incorporated has taken care of all the details for people traveling from the four-state region of South Central Pennsylvania, Western Maryland, the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, and Winchester, Virginia area. Whether you're looking for a 1- or 2-day tour to the bright lights of New York City or the fun and excitement of Atlantic City, we've got you covered. And we offer special bonus packages so you can get more for your hard-earned dollar. Klein Tours is not only your source for major sports events and tickets to Broadway shows, we also offer multi-day air trips to destinations like Las Vegas and New Orleans. Subscribe to our newsletter for travel updates, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Our online travel center features real-time availability and purchasing is easy. Tours can also be reserved by phone at 717-597-5997.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And tonight's halftime show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Mercersburg, Chambersburg, and surrounding areas. And halftime here in Chambersburg, it is 13-0. The Trojans have the lead over the Mifflin County Huskies. The Trojans have missed a field goal at the end of the half, had the field goal blocked. They've also had an extra point blocked. They've turned the ball over 3 times, but nonetheless, they've had a powerful ground game tonight and lead the Mifflin County Huskies here at Trojan Stadium by a score of 13-0.
Yeah, about 200 yards on the ground. They've only attempted 4 passes, which is unusual, but maybe the scouting report said there was a weakness in the Husky run defense, so it appears the scouting report and or the Chambersburg execution of the ground game has been the story for Chambersburg's success so far. And
on the defensive side, we know Mifflin County, they have scored a lot of points this year, but the Trojan defense has shut down the Huskies throughout the entire first half.
Yeah, the Huskies, they try to get a lot of plays, try to get the ball in the hand of number 1, Malik Seckler, but Chambersburg has stopped him. He is their all-around number 1 player, speed man, wide receiver, kick returner, but they even tried to hand off or pitch to Seckler, but Chambersburg has had that well defensed.
So a 13-0 Trojan lead as we get set for the second half of play. If you're planning a home improvement project, be ready to handle the mess with the Baxter dumpster in a bag from Waste Management. It's easy to use and strong enough to hold up to 3,300 pounds of debris. One call to Waste Management and the debris will be gone. Buy your Baxter today at a home improvement retailer or visit thebaxter.com to learn more.
Chambersburg, the team on the field right now, they seem to have a lot of bounce in their step, overcoming some adversity from earlier in the season and the sudden news of Coach Saunders' departure this morning. They've done well, and good to see them producing on the field tonight.
It sure is. A victory is what this team needs, and Mifflin County is feeling the same way as they're, these two teams mirror each other as far as records go at 0-5 coming in here tonight.
Chambersburg has featured 3 running backs that have done very well tonight. 2 have gotten, about 75, 80 yards apiece, and third one around 50 yards. So Chambersburg has done very well on the ground.
And the Trojans will be kicking the ball off to start the third quarter. And Mifflin County very, very much alive in this ball game.
Chambersburg has stopped their big play machine. And we'll see if that can continue this second half.
And here is Nazir Taylor to kick it off for the Chambersburg Trojans. It'll be Taylor to kick it off, and the Huskies will go left to right across your computer screen here in the third quarter tonight in Chambersburg. Here comes the Taylor kick, and it is a good one. And take it back about the 5-yard line, 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought out of bounds at the 26-yard line is number 33, Devin Wowman. And that's where the Huskies will go to work. 1st and 10 from that spot, their own 33-yard line. And here come the Mifflin County Huskies. A long count. And there is the quarterback to keep it himself, and he is going to get up to the 29-yard line.
It looked as if he had the option of pitching to running back Drew Williams, but he decided to hang on to the ball himself. Short pickup, game 2.
And final scores in the baseball playoffs today. The Rangers defeated Toronto in 14 innings, 6-4. They lead that series 2-0. The Royals over the Astros 5-4. That's tied at 1 game apiece. Top of the 6th inning, Cardinals lead the Cubs by a score of 1-0. Mets and Dodgers later tonight. Again, the keeper and nothing doing, knocked out in the backfield. That was Kelton Chastelik. In to put McClay to the ground, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 13. That's kind of strange play calling there for a couple in a row, Gary.
The Trojan linebackers, they've been breaking through the offensive line of the Huskies there. They've been finding those holes and making their way into the backfield very quickly, very efficiently, and bringing down the ball carriers. So it brings, 3rd and 13 for the Huskies.
So Chambersburg, if they're able to make a stop here, will get the ball back. 3rd down, 13 yards to go. McClay, the quarterback, and again, he's going to keep it. This time he's got some room, and he is going to get up to the 35-yard line, and he's very close to 1st down yardage. But not enough, according to the sticks there. Actually, it's about the 4th down and 2 yards to go, as the spot of the football comes at the 35.
They went on 4th and short earlier in the game and picked up the 1st down. I guess they figured they don't have too much to lose here, being 0-5 for the season and down by 13 points here at the half.
And if the Trojans are able to stop it, boy, what field position that'll be. Their Huskies at their own 35-yard line going for it, and they are going to get it on another quarterback keeper from McClay. He'll get it up to about the 39-yard line. So it'll be a 1st down for the Mifflin County Huskies.
Quarterback McClay has picked up some key yardage. Now he's been stopped in the backfield too, but he's picked up some key yardage tonight for the Huskies. Several 1st downs on his running ability.
It is a 1st down and 10 yards to go. And this is the quarterback again, and he has handled the ball every play.
Pick up about 2 yards on the play. He didn't have too much choice there because Chambersburg had snuffed out the pitch option there, so he just had to try to run north and south and pick up some yards.
Isaac McClay is a 6'2", 195-pound junior. As 8:57, Mifflin County took the opening kickoff, and they've controlled the ball so far here in the third quarter. 2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line. And the pass is off and completed, getting yards down the sideline into Trojan territory with a flag to the 49-yard line is Malik Seckler.
He has been the 100-yard-a-game receiver for Mifflin County, but Chambersburg has kept him in check there. A short pass, and he wiggled his way down to an apparent first down, but it's going to be called back due to penalty. Looks like a big penalty on Mifflin County here.
So the Huskies are penalized.
Looked like possibly a holding penalty there.
And that's exactly what it was, Gary. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 14 yards to go, which negates the first down and the catch by Seckler, who's been pretty much the offense of Mifflin County this year. And again, McClay, the quarterback, throws it and almost intercepted by the Trojans. And had that been intercepted, it'd have been off to the races and a possible 6 there. It looks like it's Warren Lee who broke it up.
Yes, I see those golden shoes there of Warren Lee there. He is playing out in the flat there. Almost had a pick 6 for Chambersburg.
3rd and 14.
Quarterback McClay, he was, he was about a 60% passer, but he hasn't shown that tonight.
And here's McClay as he keeps it in trouble. And he's headed, and the Trojans are going to knock him down for a loss back to the 26-yard line. And that's a loss of about 9 yards.
4 or 5 Trojan tacklers on the play there. They just would not let him get outside or would not let him get a pass off. So 4th and long.
Bring up a 4th down and 20. 4th and 20 for the Mifflin County Huskies. And they're going to punt the football, and the snap and the kick is off straight up in the air. Trojan signal for a fair catch, but lose it. And it looks like Mifflin County has recovered it on the muff punt.
A 4th turnover of the night for Chambersburg. That gives the Huskies ball in the Chambersburg territory. Have they been in Chambersburg territory tonight?
I don't recall that they have. But this time they get it as a result, as you mentioned, the 4th Trojan turnover. A fair catch signal by Darius Johnson. He did not handle it cleanly. And now Mifflin County back in business. Chambersburg has still not seen the football in the second half. And it's a 13-0 ball game. And here's our quarterback. He has an off-end immediately incomplete, intended for Seckler on the screen.
Quarterback not firing very well tonight for Mifflin County. Number 81, Cade Pollock, into the game for Mifflin County as one of the wide receivers. Mifflin County had several other receivers with 10 or more receptions so far this season, but that only works out to 2 per game, so they're not getting their number called very often tonight.
And again, the quarterback back, and he's going to have it completed for a short gainer up to the 35-yard line, and it was Nathan Bargo on the reception for Mifflin County.
He's been averaging 19.5 yards per catch. That was about a 6-yard toss across the middle there. He didn't have much chance to run afterward. He had to go down low and get that low pass. But made the reception, so we have 3rd and 4 for Mifflin County in Chambersburg territory.
As we approach the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter, that's Seckler in motion, and he's going to get the pitch back, and he around the left side, down the sideline, has some room. He's to the 20, and is going to be brought down inside the 10-yard line all the way. He may have stepped out, though, right at the 10, the way it looks.
Pick up about 25 yards on the play. He broke the corner and turned on the afterburners, and Chambersburg just was able to knock him out there.
It'll be first and goal. They spot the ball at the 9-yard line. So first and goal with 6:53 to go in the third quarter. As Mifflin County trying to cut this to a one-score ball game.
They're trying to capitalize on the fourth Chambersburg turnover of the night.
First three they were unable to. This one they're in business to do so. And the quarterback will keep it. He tries to weave his way through a couple of Trojan linemen, and it's going to be brought down at the, 6-yard line?
Inching closer to the Chambersburg goal line there.
So it's a second and goal at the 6.
Post comes in, Ernest comes out, so for Mifflin County. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Will they get the play off in time?
What you don't need here is a delay of game. That may have caused Greencastle their game last week. And there is the handoff. McClay, he is going to be in. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Mifflin County. And the Huskies are on the board as they capitalize on the Trojan turnover and turn it into 6 points.
That looked more like a rugby scrum, but it was effective.
And this will be Davis Wagner into trying to make this a 6-point ball game.
He has missed 3 extra points so far this year.
And the snap, Wagner's kick is up, and this one is perfect. And with 5:59 to go in the third quarter, the Mifflin County Huskies have made this a whole lot closer. Trojans 13, Mifflin County 7 on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with Gary Lang tonight, and the Trojans almost, and they do fumble another one, but fortunately pick it up. And they're going to be knocked out at about the 22-yard line, but they're having trouble hanging on to the football, Gary.
It's not a wet football tonight either. Even though we had a little bit of rain today, it's not a wet football. They're just dropping it, muffing it, fumbling it. It's just a tough night for the Trojans to hang on to the ball. But they have first and 10 on their own 24-yard line with 5:51 left to go in the third quarter.
And after a great first half, pitching a shutout in that first half, 13-7, they have their hands on the football for the first time in the second half at the 5:51 mark. And there is the handoff, and getting a couple of yards up to about the 25-yard line. That is Warren Lee on the carry for the Trojans.
Mifflin County is coming to life right now.
No gain. I thought they would have had look like a few yards, but the spot of the football has no gain, so it's second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Chambersburg had Mifflin County stopped, but they muffed the punt.
And a handoff again, and breaking one tackle, getting a couple of yards out of that is Carter Edmondson. And it's already a third down for the Trojans. It's going to be a 3rd and 8, just a 2-yard pickup. And it looks like the Trojans are playing very cautiously right now, Gary.
They had picked up big runs, quite a few big runs in that first half, 10, 12, 15 yards. But they've been stopped here, the first 2 plays of the third quarter, first 2 running plays.
3rd down, 8 yards to go. And this is quarterback. Now motion coming to the left. And going back to pass, having it off. And completed up the sideline to the 30, to the 40, to the 50. This is Darius Johnson. He fumbles out of bounds. But a great run by Johnson will get it to the 43-yard line of the Huskies, and a Trojans first down.
Yeah, that was a nice play call, 30-yard pass play there by Chambersburg there. Motion was going to the right, everything to the right, and they threw back across to the left side of their formation, and he only had one man to beat, and he was fortunate. His fumble was fumbled out of bounds.
So it's a first down and 10 yards to go, 4:20 remaining to be played here in the third quarter tonight. The Trojans on the move again, trying to get this back to a 2-score ball game. Long count, and there is the handoff up the middle for yardage. This is Edmondson. Edmondson down to the 10, 11-yard line. Carter Edmondson with a run of about 33 yards.
Big pickup on the play. That previous pass play was on 3rd and long, so Chambersburg avoided that 3-and-out syndrome they've had so much this season, and they are driving and driving fast.
And the spot of the football is on the 13-yard line. And here is the quarterback, and he is going to keep it himself and get up inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
Excellent play calling by the Trojan coaches.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 with the ball on the 9-yard line. 2nd and 6. 13-7 is the Chambersburg lead. And looks like we could have an interesting finish here tonight in Chambersburg. And there is a handoff. This is Edmondson all alone into the end zone, right up the middle, untouched. And the Trojans are on the board again on the 9-yard run from Carter Edmondson.
Gosh, he is putting together a good game here. He had 50 yards in the first half, and he's put together some fine running in the second half. 9-yard run by Carter Edmondson.
And now the Trojans trying to put up point number 20 as Nazir Taylor is in the kick actually the Trojans are going for 2 right here. So Trojans not going for the kick, but going for the 2 points. Under center, this is Caden Hoover, the quarterback. And Hoover is going to throw, and the pass is going to be completed, juggled, but completed by Warren Lee for the 2-point conversion.
They had 2 receivers in the flat there. Nice catch by Lee.
It was. He had it, juggled it momentarily, regained possession, and it's a 14-point Trojan lead. Chambersburg 21, Mifflin County 7, with 3:06 remaining in the third quarter on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
The Chambersburg Trojans play here. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Here's Nazir Taylor to kick it away for the Chambersburg Trojans, end over end, and take it at the 11-yard line by the Huskies, getting some room. And going to get knocked down over the 20 at about the 25 with a flag. That was number 33 for the Huskies, and that's Devin Wildman. And we'll see what the penalty marker is about here.
Chambersburg has been covering their kicks very well tonight also, with one exception. But they've been doing a nice job.
And this one is going to go against the Trojans. And it's going to move the ball all the way up to the 41-yard line.
Big penalty.
So it will be 1st and 10 for the Mifflin County Huskies.
Again, they get the ball in good field position. Last time, after a Trojan muff punt, they punched it in. And here they're near midfield.
And going to the air, going deep, and the pass is incomplete, overthrown, but double coverage down there on the receiver for Mifflin County. For Chambersburg, I saw Austin Kapp, and the ball was intended there for number 81, and that is Cade Pollock. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Long count, and quarterback keeper, and man getting slammed to the ground at the 35-yard line. The Trojans read that, and it was led by Kelton Chastelick.
He's getting pretty familiar with Isaac McClay in the backfield there tonight. That's been about his 2nd, 3rd, or 4th tackle for a loss.
Mifflin County Ball Club played the boys the week before that 107-90 game. The boys' play was at Erie. It was somewhere in Pennsylvania, and ended up 107-90.
That had to be something.
That was just had to be a record. And there is a timeout on the field. 2:18 to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans lead this one 21-7 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football
on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
3rd down, 14 yards to go for the Huskies, and the pass is off, and it is complete. And breaking through some Trojan tacklers into Trojan territory at the 48-yard line is Mark Seckler, the big playmaker for Mifflin County.
Looked like that was going to be stopped in the backfield, but he just weaved his way, got about 15 yards on the play, and a 1st down.
And the 47 is where they spot the football. Trojans lead this 21-7. First of 3 straight home games here at Trojan Stadium. Trojans host the CD East Panthers next week, and 2 weeks from tonight, the Thundering Herd of Carlisle. And there is the pitch back. This is Seckler. Seckler at the 50, and look out. Boy, did he get his bell rung there. And for the Trojans, that was number, did you pick it?
That could have been number 10.
I believe it was.
But that was a textbook tackle there. Had him right around the waist and put him down. Not only put him down for a 3-yard loss.
2nd down and 13 yards to go.
Mifflin County did pick up that big 3rd down play there to keep their drive going, but they're back at midfield right now.
And And pass is up, going long, but overthrown, incomplete. And, of course, it would be intended for Seckler.
That's been about the third or fourth long pass that has been overthrown tonight. But I guess if they try it many times, they're going to be successful occasionally.
That's it. And they have been successful quite a bit through the first 5.
And Seckler being their primary receiving weapon.
Third down, 13 yards to go. 3rd and 13. And this is quarterback, and he'll keep it himself and get up to the 45-yard line.
Chambersburg linebacker had him wrapped up. Short game, maybe about 2-3 yards. 4th and 10 on the Chambersburg 47, 48-yard line. It appears Mifflin County's going for it. They're down by 14 with the third quarter winding down right now.
4th and 10. And quarterback will drop back, and he'll throw going to the air, and the pass is going to fall incomplete.
The Husky receiver, number 22, Ernest, had fallen down, but there was no way for him to get to that ball. Chambersburg had it well defensed. A few ticks of the clock left here. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. Chambersburg takes over on downs. They're in good field position on their own 47-yard line with a 21-7 lead going in almost the fourth quarter here.
So the Trojans with the football, and one more score may do it here. You never know, but it would be put the Trojans up by 3 touchdowns.
Their only weakness has been turnovers tonight.
It has. They've turned it over 4 times. Some play action and the handoff, and up over the 50 to about the 46-yard line is Warren Lee.
Nice clean handoff, and pick up that 6-7 yards by Lee.
And that is the final play of the third quarter. With the score, Chambersburg 21, Mifflin County 7 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And they hand off Warren Lee, and he gets it down the left side, inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Some other scores, we have Cumberland Valley with a 21-0 lead over Carlisle. Last report was halftime. And Central Dauphin leads State College 21-7 at the half. Third quarter, it's East Pennsboro 68-9, James Buchanan 0. Shippensburg leads Waynesboro by a score of 17-13, and a great ball game, and that's in the third quarter. And here is the handoff of the football, and getting down to the 15-yard line. On the carry, I think it was Brandon Miller.
Now, Lee had a 14-yard pickup in the previous play there. Chambersburg driving again.
It's a 2nd and 2. They marched all the way to the Huskies' 25-yard line.
Well, one of the things I like about this quarterback, Hoover, he gives nice, clean handoffs to his running backs. Presents the ball very well.
And he's only a sophomore, Gary. And there is the handoff again. And getting stacked up. It's probably going to be no gain, depending where the forward progress was stopped. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 to go for Chambersburg.
Oh, no, it looks like they're moving the marker.
Oh, they are moving it? Okay.
Well, let's just see. They have moved the markers. They must have just picked up a yard or two to get that first down.
Okay, so it is a 1st and 10.
The ball on the 23-yard line.
Yeah, they did spot just enough there to get the first down with the forward progress. And there is... was that a fumble?
I was afraid of that. It looked like quarterback held on to the ball, though. Maybe there's a little bumping down there, and Hoover wisely held on to it.
2nd down and 10 yards to go. 2nd and 10. 10:27 remaining in the ball game. Chambersburg with a 21-7 lead over the Mifflin County Huskies, trying to hang on for their first victory of the year. And here is Caden Hoover, the quarterback. And Hoover back. And Hoover will hand the football off, and busting through that line and getting down to near the 15-yard line is Darius Johnson.
It looked like power running by the Trojans there. He was just pushing the stack himself. Brings up 3rd and 4. And they're going to spot it on the 17-yard line of the Huskies. Chambersburg has scored on runs of 10, 10, and 9 yards so far tonight, and their lead is now at 21-7 in the 4th quarter.
So the Trojans motion now coming to the right for Chambersburg, and there's a handoff. Warren Lee, he'll get into the end zone for the touchdown. 17-yard run, and another touchdown for Warren Lee. And the Trojans have increased their lead to 27-7.
The band is fired up. They're getting the cheerleaders fired up on the other side, and the sparse crowd, they're in reserve tonight, I think.
And here's the extra point attempt. It's through the uprights, and with 9:24 to go in the ball game, timeout on the field. It's Chambersburg 28. Mifflin County 7 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing.
And the Trojans rocking it tonight with a 28-7 lead. Kickoff goes into the end zone and is going to be brought out to the 20-yard line.
Big kick by Taylor, his longest kick of the night, touchback. And it looks as if Mifflin County is going to start on their 20-yard line.
So that's where the
25-yard. What is this on touchback?
20. Whoa! What was there a penalty? There's a penalty flag, so that's going to bring it out more. Apparently against the Trojans by the looks of it. The flag fell at about the 35-yard line. No, it's holding against the Huskies. Holding on the kickoff against the Huskies. And that's going to move the ball back to the 10-yard line. So the Huskies will have a long field in front of them, 90 yards away from pay dirt, as they trail in this ball game to the Trojans by a score of 28-7.
Chambersburg ahead by 3 touchdowns here, almost midway through the fourth quarter.
And quarterback drops back. He goes long. The pass is up and intercepted by the Trojans. And on the interception, it's going to be Austin Kopp.
Very acrobatic interception by Kopp there.
It was, as you saw, and it was a great play by Kopp. It was a matter, he was back there. It was, can he get it and hang on to it, and he did.
Again, the ball was overthrown.
And we have seen that quite a bit today. So the Trojans will be 40 yards away from another touchdown.
My question is, has Mifflin County, have they been a pass and run team after the catch, or have they been a long pass team? Their long passes don't seem to be working tonight.
And there's up the middle and all the way to the 35-yard line. And that's Edmondson, and we've talked about how the Trojans' offensive line has struggled all year, but tonight they're just blowing people away.
Edmondson's put together a nice half here.
He sure has. Between Edmondson, Darius Johnson, and Warren Lee, the Trojans had close to 200 yards rushing in the first half of the ball game. And that's Johnson on your screen to the left, and there's the handoff. This is Warren Lee, and Warren Lee is up to the 34-yard line. Pickup of a yard on the play. And to bring up a 3rd down and 2.
One thing Mifflin County is not doing against Chambersburg, they're not breaking through the Chambersburg line. You know,
they are not, no. Yeah. Both the play of the offensive and defensive line tonight has been outstanding for the Trojans. And this is quarterback. And there is the handoff. And it only gets up to the 35-yard line. Hunter Leedy is in at quarterback for the Trojans. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 yards to go. The Trojans have kept it mostly on the ground tonight, Gary.
Yeah, I recall 4 passes in the first half. Have they thrown in the second half?
I can't recall a time that they have thrown in this second half of football, but why throw it when you're running it the way the Trojans have? They have just run it down the throats of the Huskies tonight.
Now, it looks like the game clock's going to run out here at 0, or did Chambersburg call timeout right before?
Chambersburg called timeout right before that. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Be with Big Pen Broadcasting tomorrow night. The Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils in a rare Saturday night game will be traveling to Hershey to take on the Trojans. That game will take place at Milton Hershey High School, and we'll have that broadcast for you here on F&M Trust Sports Network, and that will get underway at 6:40 p.m. Tomorrow night.
Okay, let's see what Chambersburg has here on their 4th down call here. Looks like they're in an offensive formation rather than a punt formation.
We're down to 7:11 to play in this ball game. And there is Leedy. He's back. He throws, and it is incomplete. And Gary, we talked about not seeing a pass. Well, there's one. Yeah. Here in the second half.
It still puts a long field here for Mifflin County. They started a few minutes ago there on their own 10, but turned it over on a intercepted pass here. They started on their own 35 after taking over on downs. Chambersburg defense has been dominant all night.
And the Huskies with 7:05 to go in the ball game. And there is the handoff, and that looks like Speckler again.
And the clock keeps running.
It's ticking away down to 6:53 to go.
Chambersburg would be happy giving up a yard or two each running play here by the Huskies.
They sure would.
I don't think they're going to be running it too much more.
Yeah. Still 17-13 at Shippensburg, with the Greyhounds leading, or Waynesboro leading the Greyhounds as that gets up to the 45-yard line.
Now, who's on the catch again?
It is Mark Seckler. Who else, Gary?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he shows his athleticism there also. There he stretched to get that first down there right at the 45-yard line. So young man has some football smarts about him.
It's Waynesboro 17, Shippensburg 17, Waynesboro 13. And there is the pass off, and it is going to be incomplete unless they rule that a handoff. But I think they're going to say it was a pass.
Yeah, we don't have the playback here to see, but it looked almost like a lateral pass to me.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Don't have instant replay available tonight, Gary. Maybe sometime. You never know. The way things are advancing here. And the quarterback back, he throws. It goes long, intercepted by the Trojans at the 30-yard line. And
now I can't make out the...
yeah, and the number there, I thought was 30.
Did they say Musselman as the interceptor?
Yeah, Musselman.
That pass was short. He didn't get very much air underneath the ball, and he had a open area to throw from.
What's that, about 4 turnovers for Mifflin? Chambersburg has 4.
Yeah, 2 big interceptions this second half for Chambersburg. And they had a nice pass knockdown in the first half there. They didn't have to intercept, they just knocked the ball down, which was a big play there in the first half.
I believe it was Kunkelman with the interception.
Kunkelman, okay.
Yeah. Jack Kunkelman. And there is the handoff, and it's up to about the 32-yard line. And it's Lee on the carry for...
possibly Green.
Or Green, excuse me, yes. It was Cameron Green. So we may start seeing some reserves for the Trojans as they have a commanding 28-7 lead as we are at 5:18 remaining in this football game. And the quarterback hands off, and it's going to be up and near first down yardage at the 37-yard line.
Takes another 20 or 30 seconds off the clock.
At 4:49 left in the football game. And so it's a third down and 3 yards to go. 3rd and 3. And Leedy in at quarterback, one back behind him in the backfield. And Leedy will go back. He's going to throw, and he has it off, and just incomplete over the outstretched arms of Sam Blevins at the 38-yard line.
So although this is a 3-and-out, the Chambersburg Trojans have had control of the ball game, and just a little over 4 minutes left. And they should walk away with a W in the win column here. W in their scorebook tonight.
Going to the bottom of the 8th at St. Louis, Cardinals still lead the Cubs 1-0. And here is the kick coming, and it is going to take a Trojan bounce and go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
38-yard kick.
Is that we haven't seen many punts in this ball game tonight by the Trojans, but
yeah,
that was a pretty good one. In fact, I guess I don't recall any offhand, Gary.
I do not either. They've turned it over on turnovers and on downs, but I think that could have been their first punt of the night.
And earlier today in the American League, Royals down the Astros 5-4. Rangers are taking a commanding 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays with a 6-4 win in 14 innings at the Rogers Center in Toronto. 1st and 10. And this is McClay, the quarterback. He is going to be sacked at the 20-yard line. A loss of about 4 yards. Down to 3:57 to play in the game. And it was Xavier Navarro with the sack for Chambersburg.
And the clock keeps running.
Time is ticking away for Coach Brent Hartman and the Mifflin County Huskies. And Hartman is in his first year with Mifflin County. Scott Mitchell in his first game as interim head coach of the Chambersburg Trojans. And quarterback goes back. He rolls out and is going to get knocked down at the 24-yard line, all the way back to the 24.
Four Trojans in, 4 Trojans out. 3rd and long for Mifflin County.
It is a 3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Huskies. Inside of 3 minutes to play as the Chambersburg Trojans are going to pick up their first victory since their 20-0 win at Lewistown 1 year ago in Game 6. And passes off and completed to the 30, knocked out of bounds at the, or did not get out of bounds, or yes he did. Stops at 2:37 at the 28-yard line.
And who would have made that reception, Gary?
There's only one answer to that, Malik Seckler.
And again, he reaches and gets that first down. That young man has football sense about him.
Has anyone but Seckler made a reception tonight?
Not that I recall. They have thrown to a couple different receivers, but I think it's all Seckler with about 2 minutes left in the game.
And quarterback standing back at the 30, dropping back and in trouble. Now passing it off to Seckler. It's going to be incomplete. And actually there is a new quarterback in for Mifflin County. I think it's Drew Williams. And a flag on the play as we hit the 2:13 mark.
I'm having difficulty seeing the referee make the call there as to what the penalty was.
Well, that's going to be a 2nd and 10. Excuse me, a 1st and 10 at the 35.
Or they move it back 5, 1st and 15.
Yes. 1st and 15 at the 30-yard line, 5-yard penalty.
Chambersburg has 2 deep defensive backs there.
And quarterback rolling right, and puts it up and bounces the pass incomplete. And Drew Williams, the junior, 6 foot, 185 pounds in at quarterback for the Huskies. And that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 15 yards to go. Chambersburg at home next week with the Central Dauphin East Panthers. And for the first time in 2015, they will be coming off of a victory. And we're assuming there's still 2:08 left, but there's another flag.
Push him back, way back.
And that's what the Trojans are doing.
No, a penalty against Chambersburg.
This one against the Trojans.
They've played a very penalty-free night tonight, though, haven't they?
They have. Very few penalties on the Trojans tonight. Don't have the numbers here, but they've been few and far between for Chambersburg. And this is Williams again. He's out in the open field and is going to get up to about the 43-yard line.
Third and short, but the clock keeps running.
So it's third down and 2 yards to go. We've got a minute 39 left to play in the ball game.
I think Chambersburg would be content to have them, the Huskies, keep running out the clock as they're doing right now.
And the quarterback rolling back to his left, and Williams puts up a wobbly pass, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag on Chambersburg, and that's going to be called on the Trojans' number 30. Rather obvious, Nicholas Coralie, who just grabbed a hold of the receiver. Pure, plain, and simple.
Now in the high school, it's not at the point of the penalty. It's probably a 15-yard pass interference or a 15-yard holding penalty.
Yeah, things are different on Friday night than they are on Sunday afternoons.
So the Huskies keep the ball, but there's only a minute 18 left in the game.
And it'll be a first down for the Huskies. 28-7, the Trojans lead it. They led it 13-0 at the half. And it's been all Chambersburg tonight. A minute and 18 to go. This is Williams back. He rolls right. He has it off. The pass, I think, is incomplete, or is it? I thought it bounced, but I think they called it complete over there.
About a 12-yard gain, so they moved the chains here.
And it looked like on the receiving end there was Nicholas Posch.
Oh, okay.
Somebody different.
He's had 10 receptions so far this year.
And back is Williams. Williams rolls right, going for the end zone, and the pass is incomplete, intended down there for David Galbraith. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
The ball was fluttering a little bit after it left the quarterback's hand.
He's throwing a few of those wobblers up there tonight.
Yeah, he's a right-hander, but he was rolling to the left, which makes it a little bit difficult throwing across your body like that. Less than a minute remains in the football game.
2nd down and 10 yards to go for the Mifflin County Huskies. And back, and the pass is off, and it is intercepted by the Trojans. Chambersburg with another interception. Spencer Seaman on the interception for Chambersburg. That's 3 interceptions tonight, Gary?
Yes, we do have a player down on the field. 3 interceptions this half, in fact.
Yeah, 3 interceptions, and they may have had a few other turnovers there in the first half of the ball game. Yeah, there is a player down all the way over at the about the 5-yard line. And 49 seconds left in the game, so look for Chambersburg just to sit on this one as they come up with the intercepted football.
Let's see if they'll go into the victory formation, the tight formation, and just take a knee.
In 1 year, Waste Management managed enough recycled material to fill the Empire State Building 27.2 times. With experience like that, we are bound to have a program that can help your business recycle. Talk to Waste Management or visit www.wm.com today. At 49 seconds to go, a 28-7 lead for the Chambersburg Trojans, and the Huskies ball player, thankfully, gets up and appears to be okay, Gary.
He does get a hand from the crowd, which is not only proper, but it's traditional. And can you pick out the number there, Gary?
Is that number 22? It looks like 22.
Nathan Ernest. He's one of the leading tacklers for the Huskies.
Yeah.
And he made the defensive play after the interception, but he got his bell rung.
So with 49 seconds to go, Trojans are just going to take a knee here, I think, and let it run out. They're going to have to do it one more time. Yeah. And this one will be in the books.
I see the cheerleaders getting quite active on the other side of the field there, cheering their home fans on. And that should be the final play of the game.
And it has been a rough season for the Chambersburg Trojans, no question about it, on and off the field. But on this October night, in week number 6, on October the 9th, the Chambersburg Trojans put up an outstanding performance and come away with a 28-7 victory over Mifflin County for new head coach Scott Mitchell. In his first game as Trojan coach, he is undefeated at this point. And the Trojans and Huskies shaking hands there across the field. Two very similar ball clubs, Chambersburg and Mifflin County, and Chambersburg wins it for the 4th consecutive year against the Huskies. And that's the ball game. Trojans in the win column, 28-7. And we're coming back with the post-game show after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance, 169 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, 1685 East Main Street in Waynesboro. And we do want to take a look at some scores. They are just starting the fourth quarter in Chambersburg, and they've got a heck of a ball game. Waynesboro is trailing it at the Chambersburg by a score of 24-20. Palmero leads Boiling Springs, or that is going final, 19-0 in that ball game. East Pennsboro defeats James Buchanan by a score, ouch, of 69-0. East Pennsboro over the James Buchanan Rockets tonight. So those are the score updates, and we may have a few more before we leave the air tonight, but that's what we have at the moment.
Well, Chambersburg fans are happy with the Chambersburg score tonight.
Absolutely, 28-7. 28-7, the final.
How about a recap on the scoring, Gary?
Okay, Gary, this is the way it went. Chambersburg got on the board first in the first quarter at the 10:06 mark on a 10-yard run by Darius Johnson, point after blocked. 69-yard drive by the Trojans, capped by that Darius Johnson run. Chambersburg led it by a score of 6-0. Then in the second quarter at 3:56, Carter Edmondson had a run and the point after, and it was a lead for Chambersburg of 13-0. And on that 10-yard run, following an interception, it was shed up by a Sean Visaya interception. Prior to that, Trojans did have a blocked field goal at the end of the first half. Then in the third quarter, at the 5:59 mark, they a little bit closer for Mifflin County, 6 yards run by McClay, point after by Wagner good. It was 13-7, and that was set up by a muffed punt by the Chambersburg Trojans, or they may have had the shutout tonight. 3:06 mark, a 9-yard run, Carter Edmondson, point after was good. Trojans led 21-7. And in the fourth quarter with 9:24 on the clock, a 17-yard run by Warren Lee. Point after by Nazir Taylor was good, and a 28-7 lead for Chambersburg. That's the way it ended up tonight. The Trojans did turn the ball over 4 times tonight. And they turned it over 4 times and still come away with a 28-7 victory.
Well, their ground game was on fire tonight. They must have had over 300 yards rushing. They only threw about 3, 4, 5 passes the entire game. So 300 yards rushing. They kept the Mifflin County offense in check. In fact, this is the lowest point total of the year for Mifflin County. And that's, just 7 points. They had been scoring over 20 points a game coming in tonight's game. What else can we see? Just great defense and a great Trojan ground game, and that was really the game story.
And a 28-7 win for the Trojans, and we'll be coming back with some final comments and a final look at the scoreboard when the Antrim Insurance postgame show continues after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you.
No regrets.
With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimINSPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
MidlandBroadcasting.com. Your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Well, everything is all right now for the Chambersburg Trojans after their 28-7 victory tonight at the hands of the Mifflin County Huskies. Some more finals. Cumberland Valley defeated Carlisle tonight by a score of 44-20. As we said, Shippensburg with a slim 24-20 lead over Shippensburg, and that ball game is in the fourth quarter. And just checking, we have Susquehanna Township at the end of 3. Whoa, this would be a major upset. 35-14, Susquehanna Township leads number 1 ranked Bishop McDevitt in that ball game. And if that holds up, what a shock that is going to be.
That is a surprise.
Absolutely. Bishop McDevitt rarely loses, and Township looks like is really putting it on to them tonight. So, you know, that could be very interesting there. If they were to lose, they hold the number 1 spot in the District 3 Triple A ratings. And we told you about James Buchanan's 69-0 loss at the hands of East Pennsboro tonight. And Central Dauphin East is ahead of Harrisburg 17-0 in the fourth quarter. And Central Dauphin still leads State College, and that's probably well past the third quarter now. Latest report we had was 21-7. So the Trojans improved to 1 win and 5 losses on the season, while the Mifflin County Huskies fall to 0-6 after their loss tonight to the Chambersburg Trojans by a score of 28-7 at Trojan Stadium. This broadcast has been brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. By Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Operating the camera tonight has been John Irwin. For Gary Lang, I'm Gary Klein, inviting you to join us next Friday night when the Trojans host the Central Dauphin East Panthers. Tomorrow night on Mid-Penn Broadcasting, it's the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils and Hershey Trojans from Milton Hershey High School. Have a good night, everyone.